on the Diamond Factory hotline right before his show at the top of the hour is Stephen A. Smith here on Sean and RJ 105.3 The Fan. Is this really Stephen A.?
Howdy. How do you do? What's going on, fellas? How you doing?
We finally meet the evil villain.
How y'all doing, man? Good morning, man.
Good.
And man, obviously beforehand, happy holidays to everybody. How you doing?
Happy holidays. Don't try to kill us with kindness now, okay? Don't try to make...
I got a secret for you. I'm actually a very, very nice dude. Don't tell people that, but it's actually true. I actually am a very nice dude.
What is the biggest misnomer about you on or off TV?
I would say that I'm a very nice guy. I mean, I don't try to hurt people personally. I don't engage in personal attacks. I don't get into people's personal business, and I don't wish ill will on any human being. When I'm talking about sports, it's just imagine you growing up and you're in a neighborhood and you root for one team and a bunch of people root for another team and stuff like that, and you're just going back and forth. It's all love. It's all in fun. I can't stand Cowboy fans, but I actually mean that affectionately. I just can't stand them when it comes to the Cowboys because they won't shut up. No matter what kind of season you have. We're going to win the Super Bowl next year, right? It's just every single year. It's just annoying. And so, I'm that guy in the neighborhood that's fighting with people that's fans of one team. I'm a fan of another, and then we're just getting at it and what have you. But it's all in fun. That's all it is. That's why I can come to the bar down the block from AT&T Stadium, and First Take is packed to the hilt because the fans show up there. And I'm telling you right now, I've done shows all over the place. That is by far that show where Michael Irvin showed up, and it has 3 layers, and it was packed to the hilt. That is my most favorite First Take show of all time.
Texas
I've
Live.
never enjoyed myself more. I really did. I just love it, and I love getting at Cowboy fans, and they love getting at me, but it's all in fun.
So you interact every day, and you respond a ton as well with all fans, Laker fans and Yankee fans. What else separates Cowboys fans to make them the worst to you?
You have no humility. None whatsoever. You're delusional. You're delusional. You just can't. You don't take a second to smell your own stench unless you absolutely have to. It doesn't matter what kind of season y'all have. Y'all always walk around like y'all are the champions. Now, I will tell you, as far as I'm concerned, you're a champion when it comes to an owner, because to me, it doesn't get any better than Jerry Jones. I actually love the man. I really, really do. I think he's a marketing genius. I think that he's a guy that keeps the Dallas Cowboys relevant every single day of the year. And I just think he's absolutely masterful at it. So, but you win headlines all the time. You win every place but on the football field when it really, really counts. And the thing about it is, Dallas Cowboy fans act like y'all actually do win on the football field. I mean, you would think y'all didn't lose to San Francisco last year. You would think that you've been to the Super Bowl once since 1995. You would think these things, walking around talking to Cowboys. And I don't really have a problem with Cowboy fans in Dallas because it makes sense. My problem is you're everywhere. You're like cockroaches. A nuclear bomb could drop, and cockroaches will come out, and so will the Cowboy fans. Somehow, some way, you find them. They're everywhere. You can't escape them. I am a black man from the streets of New York City. I had a 75-year-old black woman walk up to me and nudged me. And I said, "Hello, ma'am, how are you?" She said, "Stop talking about my Cowboys." I said, "Oh, my God. You can't escape them." And that's what drives me crazy.
Stephen A. Smith joining us here on 105 through the Fan. Okay, you hate Cowboy fans. We know, or at least out-of-market Cowboy fans. But if you could guarantee that it would improve the reach, the ratings, whatever, of First Take, if the Cowboys won the Super Bowl, would you sign up for that?
No. No. I mean, let me tell you something right now. My worst nightmare, I will openly confess, is the Cowboys winning the championship.
No, it isn't. They're best for business, aren't they?
Let me explain. No. They're great for business. I'm not denying that. But what I'm you ask me personally, I believe in me. And I believe with or without the Cowboys, I'm going to have ratings. There's plenty of times that I have ratings that the Cowboys are not a subject matter, like during the NBA season. We've been number one for 11 years, okay? That's not an accident, and it damn sure ain't just because of the Cowboys. But there's no doubt that the Cowboys are a signature for me personally because of how I feel about Cowboy fans. Not the team, not the organization, just the fans. But I will tell you this. If the Cowboys were to win the Super Bowl, let me express to you vividly what my misery would be like. See, if you don't win the championship, at the end game, I get to point to the fact that you're not champions. Someone else is. If you win the championship, you have to understand you get to walk around not just the 6 months of the off season as champions, but throughout the following season as champions. So I'd have to deal with a year of legitimate praise for the Cowboys. See, all of this stuff is illegitimate. You don't deserve it. You don't deserve to be America's team. You haven't earned those stripes. You don't deserve it. Cowboy fans have no business whatsoever walking around like they're justifiably it, like they are that team. I'm talking about the fans. Okay, they have no justification for it whatsoever. But if you won the championship, you would. So it's not just about you winning the championship. It's about a year of misery where I wouldn't be able to say a damn word. And that would be very, very miserable for me. I think I'd have to take a leave of absence for depression. I really do.
All right, enough with all the flowers and rainbows. Yeah. You came for us 2 days ago. You came for us again yesterday after our interview with Jerry Jones.
Yesterday hurt.
Why? Why did you come for us?
No. What I said is, what you asking Jerry Jones that question? Oh, did you hear what Stephen A. said? Oh, my goodness. And I'm like, what's he supposed to say? Jerry is my buddy. He can get on the phone with y'all and act up all he wants to. He hot and cold or whatever. That man loves me, man. Jerry Jones loves me, and I love him. That's my Libra buddy, okay? Make no mistake about it. Now, he can't admit that to everybody. I understand. He's there in Dallas. He's got a business to run. He's got a team to continue to market and sell. And applauding Stephen A. Smith is not good for business. I understand. If you're a Cowboy, you remember the Cowboys, that is not good for business. But what he's not going to tell you is that he loves me and I love him. That's my guy. I love Jerry. He's great for football. He's the best owner in the NFL. Now, I wouldn't say that because Robert Kraft's got to be that guy as far as I'm concerned. But Jerry Jones is right up there. He is arguably, I mean, you take away a couple of players, Jerry Jones is the number one commodity the National Football League has. Seriously. All joking aside. I mean, we got the Tom Brady's of the world, we got the Aaron Rodgers, people like you could come up with names that you can market, and of course it's about what you do on the field. But when you talk about somebody who's a signature fixture of a league, okay, when they open their mouth, when they speak, you want to listen. You want to hear what they have to say. When you talk about somebody that fans are going to gravitate to, somebody who's highly recognizable no matter where he goes, I challenge anybody to find 5 players more popular than Jerry Jones.
Is Jerry Jones bad?
How popular he is.
Is Jerry Jones bad for the trophy case?
Well, I think in the past I made that argument, as did others. I happen to believe over the last few years, Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones have put forth a quality championship roster. I'm talking about as it pertains to talent. And I believe if Jerry Jones can be condemned for anything, I thought he stuck with Jason Garrett too long. I didn't know whether or not Mike McCarthy was the right man for the job, but I couldn't sneeze at that. The man is a Super Bowl champion. We know he knows his X's and O's. People lament his game management at times and stuff like that, but you can say that about a lot of coaches. The bottom line is that his resume warranted him being a respectable choice for the franchise. But I will tell you this, they don't win this year, you need to call Sean Payton. I'll tell you that much. Because the fact of the matter is that you invested in Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott, there might be some slippage, but Tony Pollard is filling in admirably, and I still believe in Zeke. CeeDee Lamb, he might not be a bona fide big-time number one as of yet, but I think he has that potential. Michael Gallup is no scrub. Schultz is no scrub. Noah Brown is no scrub. And that defense is real. I happen to believe that Micah Parsons is a superstar. I believe he is a superstar. Now, he hasn't looked like that the last couple of weeks. His health was compromised to some degree. I don't know why he was at middle linebacker against the Green Bay Packers, but nevertheless, the bottom line is I think this brother's a superstar. He's the best player on the team as far as I'm concerned. DeMarcus Lawrence and all of those guys. You know, I got a lot of love and respect for him. I know he'd find that hard to believe because I got on him during the whole Colin Kaepernick situation because I thought that, you know, he was coming to the defense of Jerry, and I wasn't asking Jerry to take a specific position. I'm just saying when we're accustomed to seeing you and then social justice issues and all of this stuff start percolating, you don't go hide. You're Jerry Jones. We care what you have to say. So speak. Whatever it is that you wanted to say. That's all I wanted to say. And that's the only disagreement I've ever had with DeMarcus Lawrence in regards to that. But I have a lot of respect for him and the rest of those guys out there. You know, Trayvon Diggs, I mean, this brother is something special. I see personnel on the Dallas Cowboys where from a talent perspective, if Dak Prescott is the quarterback I believe he can be, and most people believe he's supposed to be, the Dallas Cowboys can win a Super Bowl championship or at the very least go to the Super Bowl. That's what I'm telling you. And if they don't do it, the first person I'm going to be looking at is Dak Prescott. And I don't give a damn what Jerry Jones or anybody else says. Jerry Jones knows that to be true, whether he admits it or not. And we all know that Jerry may not say everything he wants to say, but in the end, we judge by what he does. And what he will do is going to be consistent with what I'm saying. Make no mistake about it. His eyes are on Dak Prescott. Kellen Moore, too. Mike McCarthy, too. No doubt about that. But definitely Dak Prescott. If Dak Prescott is that dude with the talent that you have on that squad, you should be able to go. You should be able to win the NFC at the very least.
Last one, because we know you got a TV show to do. We have Michael Irvin on every Wednesday.
Him? Oh, Lord.
Tell us what it's really like. What is Michael really like as a psychotic fan behind the scenes? What is it really like?
First of all, he's a cheerleader. I'm wondering where the blue and white pom poms are. I mean, that's what it is. He's a cheerleader. But in all seriousness, he's been my friend for many years. There are a few people in the world that I know to be a better human being than that brother. We all know what Michael Irvin has been through throughout his life. But a lot of people don't know so many of the personal challenges that he's had to deal with and he still has to deal with. He is my friend. He is my brother. I love him with all my heart. And I will always be there for him and I will always look out for him. And, you know, I asked him to come do First Take. It wasn't just because he's a former Cowboy and a 3-time Super Bowl champion and a Hall of Famer. He happens to be great TV. He happens to be somebody who can match or, dare I say, eclipse my energy. And when I think about what he brings to the table, he's an incredible television talent. He knows his football. He loves his Cowboys. But at his core, he is a great, great dude who never, ever, ever wishes evil or harm or bad luck upon anybody. And it is an absolute honor to have this brother as a part of my team on First Take. You know, when we made our changes, they came to me. I handpicked everybody that was on the show and what have you, and he was the first call that I made because I wanted to set the stage on Mondays to let everybody know this is the post-game show after Sunday night, after Sunday football. And I couldn't think of a better person to start it off with, and he has not disappointed at all. I am honored to share my stage with him. He is something special.
Wow. Well, I got to say, this completely backfired.
Yeah, it did.
We didn't think you'd ever do it. You did it, and people are hating how much they like you. This was supposed to be a battle, but it was enjoyable.
I've asked First Take literally because obviously first it was COVID, and then obviously you got financial constraints and all of this other stuff going on. I have literally asked the honchos at First Take to let me come back and do a show in Dallas. Whether it's down the block from AT&T Stadium, whether it's you know what, I actually requested this too, and they're actually considering this. I actually want to do a First Take edition, even if it's on a Sunday or prior to a Monday night football game. I actually want to do First Take from a tailgate spot
Oh.
at the arena.
Oh, my.
At the arena. Yeah, I want to go into the Lions Den. I love messing with Cowboys fans, and I love them messing with me. But it's all love, it's all fun. That's all it's about. We're just having fun going at each other. That's all it is.
Hey,
Nothing more.
Mad respect to you. This is much more enjoyable. The likability is coming through the speakers. Thank you for doing it, and have a good show at the top of the hour.
My pleasure, guys. Y'all take care. Take care of yourself.
Wow. Dang it! He came with a strategy.
He did. The strategy was kill him with, just say how nice he was.
Yeah,
Once you tell somebody how nice you are, I mean, what are you going to do?